Hello, welcome to Stand Up Co-Study. In today's video, we are going to discuss the 5 things I wish I knew before I started preparing general knowledge for competitive examinations. Yes, I know the name is a bit long, but bear with me on this one. We will start with the point number 1, study the syllabus. Contrary to what many assume, every competitive exam has a syllabus. It is very important that we first read the syllabus before starting any form of preparation. Many topics we take for granted may not even be part of the syllabus. A good example is the civil service examination, where medieval India is not part of the mains examination syllabus. So make it a point to first read the syllabus, as this will help you save a lot of time on your preparation which you can use elsewhere. This brings us to point number 2. Current affairs is overrated. GK makes up only 25% of most competitive examination syllabus, and current affairs will make up at most 50% of that 25%. So for example, in a question paper with 100 questions, there will be less than 12 questions from current affairs. Now the problem is, I have seen many cases where students spend way too much time preparing on current affairs. This leads many to read up to 5 newspapers a day, spending hours on that exercise alone. Now, make no mistake, newspaper reading is a great habit to have, especially if you are a civil service examination aspirant. This also helps improve your English in general, but one needs to understand the purpose of reading it and to ensure you're not spending more than half an hour reading a newspaper every day. The problem with current affairs is that it is fast changing. So one needs to only really know the current affairs from the 6 months prior to the examination. There are many more ready-made sources than the newspaper for this. The Hindu Year in Review is an easy ready reckoner which will take up limited time for the amount of current affairs it provides in a nutshell. If you would like to know how to effectively read a newspaper, drop in a comment below. I will cover that in a future video. Now this brings us to point number 3. Get your basics right. Yes, what is certain in every competitive examination is that there will be repeated questions from areas which are fixed. Your history, geography, polity, economics, etc. This is an area where one needs to get their basics right. If you do so, it will save you a lot of time while preparing for competitive examinations. Time which can be used elsewhere. Most of the topics within these subjects are repetitive. For example, the winter-summer solstice in geography takes less than 5 minutes to learn and is usually seen repeated in many question papers. So make sure you get your basics right. Be it NCERT textbooks or any other material, make sure you spend sufficient time to study and revise these topics, as this will enable you to score high marks in any competitive examination. This brings us to point number 4. Polity gives the best return on time invested. Polity, which largely consists of the Constitution of India, is not always the favorite subject among students. However, polity ensures the best return for time invested. The syllabus for polity is smaller compared to most other general subjects, and the questions are largely repeated owing to the same. Most of polity is common sense if you look for it, and can easily be remembered if you use real-life examples. Given that many current issues are related to polity, also mean that current affairs questions have a high likelihood to be linked with polity, giving you an added help while preparing current affairs. The same is also largely true about economics. In economics, focus on inflation, and this will help you answer at least 1 or 2 questions in any competitive examination. Finally, point number 5. General knowledge is time managed. Let me take the hypothetical example of a staff selection commission examination with 200 questions over 4 sections with a total time of 2 hours. This means that the general knowledge section has 50 questions and we have 30 minutes to solve them. Right? Wrong. General awareness is a very straightforward question. You know it or you don't. There will be very few instances where you can try some form of elimination to arrive at the correct answer. But largely, this is an area where you will not need 30 minutes. In fact, at most, you will need 10 minutes to solve the entire section. The 20 minutes thus saved can be used in time-consuming areas such as maths and data interpretation to score higher marks. I would suggest you attempt the entire general awareness section in less than 6 minutes to enhance your chances to score marks elsewhere. This can be achieved through regular reading practice, as reading speed is the most important part of any general awareness examination. Of course, this last point is not really applicable for civil service examination. That brings us to the end of this video. Do you agree with this list? Or do you feel there are other mistakes that you made that deserves a mention here? Do comment below your suggestions and doubts. For more such videos, please like and subscribe to Stand Up, Go Study.